You know that feeling, right? The day is finally over. You're home, all the must-do tasks are done, but there's no joy. You just feel wiped out. Your evenings just kind of vanish in this blur of food, phone, TV, sleep, and then you wake up and do it all over again. Well, today we're going to talk about how to change that.
Yeah, this really hits home for a lot of us. You're just sitting there, maybe mindlessly scrolling through your social feed or watching some show you don't even really like. Your brain is still buzzing, but your eyes are tired, and you get this sinking feeling that life is happening somewhere else, and you're just stuck on the sidelines.
And that feeling, it often leads to this whole just get through it mentality. We start living for the weekend, treating Monday through Thursday as this long gray hallway we have to sprint down just to get to the good stuff. But think about it. That's most of our lives we're just wishing away.
But here's the good news. You don't need some huge, dramatic life makeover. Nope. The real secret is in making these small, simple, and really intentional shifts in how you spend your time after work. It's all about taking your evenings back, one at a time.
Okay, so the very first step to reclaiming your evening is to actually claim it from your workday. Let's get into setting boundaries to protect your time, because honestly, if you don't, no one else is going to do it for you.
We've all been there. It's the end of the day, but the pings and emails just keep on coming. Can we have a quick call? Could you just check this one document? And we agree, right? Because it feels awkward to say no. And before you know it, it's 10 p.m. and there goes another evening.
Realizing that saying no is an act of self-care, not selfishness, is a total game changer. And here's the thing, the world won't fall apart. I promise. Your colleagues will understand. By setting this one simple boundary, you create the space you need for the rest of your life to actually begin.
So once you've protected your time, the next really crucial step is resetting your brain. You need some way to signal to your body and your mind that the workday is officially over. It's like hitting a mental off switch. Probably the biggest mistake we all make is falling straight onto the couch. You tell yourself, oh, just for a few minutes, but that inertia, that stillness, it's so powerful. So instead, try the 20-minute rule. For the first 20 minutes you're home, do something simple and physical. Wash the dishes, water the plants, put on some music and dance around. It breaks that fatigue cycle and gives you the power to actively choose what happens next.
And here are two incredibly effective ways to do this. A short walk and a dedicated playlist. I mean, just 10 minutes outside completely changes your environment and lets your brain know you are not at your desk anymore. And creating an evening playlist with music that either calms you down or lifts you up can instantly change your mental state. It really helps those racing thoughts finally start to slow down.
All right, so you've created some space, you've reset your mind, now it's time for the really fun part, actively finding those small joys and actually living from evening to evening. This right here brilliantly illustrates the powerful mindset shift we're talking about. Instead of just surviving until Friday, you start living from evening to evening. You give your brain something small but positive to look forward to tonight, and that just shifts your whole energy completely.
This is so key. This small joy isn't some reward you have to earn. It's just for you, because you exist. It could be making your favorite meal, watching a new episode of a show you genuinely love, or spending 20 minutes with a video game. It doesn't have to be big at all. It just has to be yours.
A lot of the time, the best way to quiet a noisy mind is to engage your body. I mean, after a day spent just staring at a screen, doing something physical like cooking or drawing or repotting a plant or even just prepping food for tomorrow can be incredibly calming. It grounds you in the present moment and reminds you that you're so much more than just your job. And the final piece of this puzzle is preparing for rest. Because true, restorative rest is so much more than just not working. It's an active process. It's about finding that inner quiet. If your mind is still racing with thoughts about work, deadlines, conversations you had, try this simple brain dump. Just take a few minutes and write down everything that's bouncing around in your head. No structure, no judgment. It's literally like taking out the mental trash, leaving you with a clearer, quieter space.
Okay, this number is powerful. Let's talk about an experiment. Giving yourself just 30 screen-free minutes before you go to sleep.
We so often think that scrolling on our phones is relaxing, but all it's really doing is flooding our brains with more information and other people's stories. True rest is about finding that inner quiet. Now, at first, 30 screen-free minutes might feel a little boring, but you'll quickly notice how the background noise in your mind just starts to fade away.
So just like you have rituals to start your day, create one to end it. It could be as simple as making a specific cup of herbal tea, changing into comfortable clothes, or just sitting in silence for 10 minutes. This simple act serves as a really clear signal to your brain. The day is complete. It's now time for rest.
Okay, so to bring it all together, here's your evening toolkit. First, protect your time by setting those boundaries. Next, reset your brain with a little music or a short walk. Then, plan one small joy, just for you. And finally, clear your mind and create a moment of screen-free quiet before bed.
And this, right here, is the ultimate goal. It's not about being more productive in your evenings. It's about using them to restore yourself, to find a little bit of peace and joy so that you feel ready and maybe even excited for the day to come. It's about returning to yourself.
So let's make this real. Not tomorrow, not next week, tonight. What is one small, simple thing you can do to reclaim just a little piece of this evening for yourself?